had me in your life and you kept up over and over. You violated my privacy. You violated my space. You did it behind my back. I almost died.
I understand.
You understand? So I don't have time for this negative energy.
Imagine building something important based only on loyalty, only to be blindsided by the very people you trusted the most. That's exactly what happened to Mona Scott, and now she's having to clean up the mess. Kirk and Rasheeda have been part of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since...
I think that one went too far. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because in all, you know, and I think I'd like to think that right now I see that she's super successful in everything she's doing. I've always said I wish her all the best. I'd like to think that if she's going to be 100% honest, she knows that I never had anything but the best intentions for her, right? And the way that things transpired in that moment that it did, we were at an especially close place.
The show first started. Over the years, they built a solid reputation as one of the most iconic couples in the franchise, facing everything from cheating scandals and outside children to their business hustles. They weren't just regular cast members. They were the faces of the brand. Fans either loved them or loved to hate them, but regardless, they brought in a lot of viewers. But behind all the glamour, the relationship between them and the show began to change. Sources close to the production say that Rasheeda, once a fan favorite because of her strong attitude and resilience, became harder to work with. Allegedly, she began demanding more control behind the scenes. She reportedly started pushing back on how she was portrayed, refusing to follow script guidelines, and even refusing to film certain scenes that didn't fit the image she wanted to maintain. Producers became frustrated with her behavior. Rasheeda, who used to thrive on the drama, began rejecting entire storylines, calling them fake and harmful to her image. Multiple insiders have said that
You gotta be self-motivated. You cannot be looking for outside validation, right? A lot of times people need the outside stimulus in order to get up and to get going. You've got to be able to find that within, because if not, you dead in the water, right? Because people are going to come and go in your life. People are going to support you at some times and not at others. And so you've got to be consistent with being able to be self-motivated.
she even walked out of meetings, claiming she no longer needed the show. Meanwhile, Kirk wasn't helping the situation. He was said to have missed filming call times, showed up late on filming days, and created tension with newer cast members. Some crew members even claimed that Kirk acted as if he were above the show, treating the production staff as if they owed him something. There were also rumors of shady business practices surrounding him, including unpaid appearance fees and secret brand deals that bypassed the show's contract. What used to be a power couple turned into a management nightmare. Still, Mona kept them around, mainly for the drama, the legacy they brought to the show, and, of course, the fans who followed them. But her patience eventually wore thin. Mona is no stranger to dealing with conflict, so what made this situation different from others? The answer lies in a massive blow-up that even Mona couldn't control. It all came to a head during a scheduled filming day earlier in the season. What was supposed to be a simple
I ain't doing I ain't trying to do you already know I'm not. Like when, where, how, when.
So where the rest of the text messages at so I can find out this information about what y'all agreed to? Why are your text messages deleted?
What you mean? I don't even know what the was being said. I was frustrated. I might have thought about and I don't know if I sent same day, the next day, I sent the money and did what I needed to do. That's it. I ain't do nothing else.
Scene turned chaotic in a matter of minutes. Sources close to the production team say that the scene was supposed to focus on Kirk's latest business venture, but tensions were already high before filming even started. Rasheeda reportedly showed up irritated and immediately clashed with the producer over how the scene was set up. She accused the production team of trying to make her look bad on camera and refused to film what she called a fake storyline. A heated argument followed, and soon it escalated into a full-blown shouting match. Crew members said that Rasheeda screamed at producers, accusing them of trying to ruin her brand, and even threatened to walk off in the middle of the scene. That's when security was called to calm things down. According to several witnesses, the situation was so intense that the crew had to step in to de-escalate. Then, Kirk jumped in, siding with Rasheeda and telling the producers to shut down the cameras. But it didn't stop there. He allegedly contacted network representatives directly, demanding they pull the entire scene. The delay caused by this situation reportedly cost the production thousands of dollars. What was supposed to be a normal filming day ended with no usable footage, a rattled crew, and unanswered calls. That's when Mona realized this wasn't just the usual reality TV drama, it was full-on sabotage. And it forced her to take action. After the chaotic filming day, Mona didn't
Promise was fulfilled. The promise of what Love and Hip Hop should have provided for her was fulfilled. It provided an opportunity for her to now go and do everything she's doing now.
waste any time. Within 24 hours, she arranged a private meeting with the showrunners and her legal team. Inside the meeting, sources say it became clear that the situation wasn't just about one explosive incident, it was about a pattern of ongoing disrespect, repeated violations of contract terms, and the loss of valuable production time and money. Internal memos were circulated between VH1 executives and production leaders, reportedly labeling Kirk and Rasheeda as uncooperative, disruptive, and a liability. The word insubordination was used more than once. Mona, who is usually known for staying calm and thinking long-term, had finally reached her breaking point. She gave the green light to terminate their contracts immediately. No more warnings, no more second chances. The couple didn't even get a formal notice. Instead, they received a call from a senior producer informing them they were being cut from the show. There would be no reunion, no final episode, no wrap-up of their storyline. Just like that, they were done. But Mona didn't stop there. She didn't just let them go, she exposed them too. The story she shared left everyone talking. After firing Kirk and Rasheeda, Mona didn't release a formal statement, but made her position clear in a sharp, carefully worded Instagram post. She wrote, "One thing about me, I'll feed you, but I won't tolerate being bitten." While she didn't name names, everyone in the industry knew exactly who the message was meant for: Kirk and Rasheeda. What fans didn't see on camera was how deep the betrayal went. Multiple insiders claim that Mona discovered Kirk and Rasheeda had been secretly feeding negative stories to gossip bloggers. They were reportedly blaming the show's editing team for twisting the narratives, claiming the producers were manipulating footage to create drama that wasn't real. That alone was a huge red flag. But it got worse. Behind the scenes, the couple was allegedly negotiating with another network to launch their own reality series, one that would follow their personal lives, businesses, and family drama without Mona or VH1 involved. This wasn't just ambition, it was a direct threat to Mona and her show. Mona Scott Young played a huge role in making Love and Hip Hop what it is today. But when two of the show's biggest stars, Kirk and Rasheeda, began to look like they were going behind her back, it crossed a line for Mona. Not only did they seem to be undermining her, but it looked like they were also planning to start their own competing show using the fame they gained from Love and Hip Hop. To Mona, this was a serious betrayal. She saw it as a personal attack on everything she built. The drama escalated when Mona hinted that Kirk and Rasheeda might have been playing both sides for years, which really got fans talking. The fallout wasn't just about Kirk and Rasheeda. It affected the whole Love and Hip Hop franchise. The cast quickly divided into two groups. Some of the show's original stars, like Young Jock and Spice, supported Mona, saying she had every right to protect her brand. They argued that she had been patient with Kirk and Rasheeda for a long time, but eventually they had gone too far. On the other hand, a few newer cast members felt Mona's decision to fire them was too harsh. Some thought Rasheeda was simply trying to protect her image, like many celebrities do, and that Mona was using this situation to set an example for the rest of the cast. Don't mess with the show, or you'll be next. Meanwhile, social media blew up with opinions. One person wrote, "Mona should stop letting them run the show. Rasheeda has been checked out since season 9. Another commenter added, "I used to root for them, but lately, it seemed like they thought they were too good for the show that made them famous." A third person said, "Mona doesn't play. She let things slide for a while, and now she's cleaning house." Then came the bombshell. Rumors spread that Kirk and Rasheeda weren't the only ones in trouble. It was said that Mona was watching other cast members who had been difficult to work with behind the scenes. One insider revealed Mona's cleaning house. Loyalty matters more than ever. As things calmed down a bit, Kirk and Rasheeda responded with serious accusations of their own. Rasheeda was the first to speak out. She posted an Instagram story that read, "Watch who you call boss. The tables always turn." It was clear she was taking aim at Mona, though she didn't mention her by name. Kirk went even further. He went live on Instagram and went off on Mona and the producers. He claimed they had been using him and Rasheeda for ratings, pushing cheating storylines, even when they repeatedly said they didn't want to go down that road anymore. According to Kirk, the breaking point came when producers tried to bring up old drama about past affairs, asking him if he would be okay filming scenes about infidelity.